What's going on? I'm sitting out here at my little bushcraft station real quick. I got all these old bottles here. I got plenty of stuff I can work with right here. Okay, here's my freaking trick right here. Alright, when it comes to knapping glass, freaking, look, I pulled this one real quick, real easy, with this technique that I use with a screw. I like using a spoon for percussion, flaking, and I don't do a lot of pressure flaking because I'm not that great at it, and it's the most kind of tricky maneuver. But with this, I call this vibration. It causes vibrational cracks. Let me see if I can give you an example real quick. I'll get set up. Nice piece of glass right here, see it? Especially right here on these edges, watch it. Whoa. Just flip it over. Okay. See, it's like working it down. Oh. Yeah, you gotta be real careful doing this stuff right here. I'm a little crazy, so I'm going raw dog right now, but it's probably better if you don't. But, you know, by doing that, though, you do learn to not cut yourself as much, but every once in a while you get cut. I got stabbed under my freaking thumbnail with the freaking nail. I was like, down on it, and it was the worst. See? The shape has changed. Let me get some fray. You know? Hit the edges like that. See, you can be kind of gentle with it, but you kind of got to rough it up a little bit. Yeah, the only problem with this spot right here, it's not far enough away from traffic, man. It's hard to get used to. Always steals your attention. Whoa, see? That fricker busted into pieces. So, sometimes, you know, being gentle, you know, will stop that from happening. But all I'm doing, really, I'm not trying to make any masterpieces here. I'm just free. Like, look, I got these right here, too, look. I found a piece of chert or something like that. It's like chert or something. And I start busting it down. You know what I'm talking about? Look, and I get these little flakes. You know what I'm saying? If I get one that's just right. You know, I could probably even just stick that fat boy like that right on a frickin' stick and shoot that out of the crossbow. Easy, buddy. Frickin' for sure. Because I'm not necessarily, man, always going for perfection. I just need some arrows, so I just try to make as many as I possibly can, and I learn as I go. But so I got a little example of some rock, a little example of some glass, like that one right there. See that one? I mean, that's still pretty dang heavy right here, but especially how I got, see, that screw technique is good for causing this little piece right here to thin out. You know what I'm saying? Normally when it gets low like that, you might have to do pressure flaking, but pressure flaking, you got to push on it like this really hard, and if you frickin' miss, it's real easy to crack the glass, man. But yeah, you press till it, like, little pieces nip off. lot came off that one, but look, see, I almost got like a little nub in the middle there. Maybe I can even it out a little bit. I don't want to get too crazy. Yeah, it's kind of going. You make a little notch there, a little barb notch. I mean, anyway, man, it's a cheap hobby, man. You just gotta walk around in the bushes a lot and find old bottles. And, it's kind of hazardous material too. It's you're not gonna want to walk around barefoot after this, but there's broken bottles everywhere. Look at how that just like changed up a little bit, just on my little twerking on it. I mean, if you got an ambush, ooh, I'm kind of getting too rough. If you got an ambush shot with something like this, dude, that would wreck. Like if you hit a deer on an ambush, like with that, like, you know, right behind the front leg, you know, especially because look, this will probably even bust up inside of the, you know, your prey. Because you're definitely not, if you fitted an arrow with a head like this, I'd imagine I wouldn't be practicing with it much, because the fact of its length is going to make it brittle in what I would think, I'd imagine. But sometimes if you get little stubby short pieces of glass and just fit them on the end of a stick with a little bit of sap on there with some charcoal, look, dude, those things are pretty durable actually. And they work well for target arrow. I mean, I ain't never went hunting with them, but I'd imagine they would work. I don't know if might be not. Yeah, I can't wait for these mushrooms, man. These morels. I'd imagine with all these cloudy days we get, probably another good season. It seems like, you know, the new climate from the dimming effect has made the funguses thrive, buddy. That's a sign there's something going on in a way. To the right people. Look, I got what else did I have over here? Can't find it. Oh, there it is. Look, I got a freaking railroad tie. Whoa. I'm actually gonna not hold that. Let's see if I can. Yeah, this one's freaking don't want to break. Oh man, that thing got shattered. Look at that one, how that one flaked off too. You know, there's kind of a nub right there, but that's not bad, man. Just like that. Look at that little piece. You could almost stick that on a little arrow. I mean, you know, you don't have to go full traditional. Personally, I like to experiment around with different materials and different techniques. Yeah, I need to get a deer antler. I got a couple stashed in a tree somewhere. I just need to freaking retrieve them. Maybe I'll cut me out a deer antler, freaking for a knapping tool. But it's like I said, man, it's a cheap hobby. But it's just kind of crazy though. You kind of gotta be careful because you're around sharp. You're around a lot of sharp stuff. I mean, but you know, I use a freaking razor blade at work all the time. That's sharp, right? Then you know I go swing my machete in the night. You know, in between the trees. So I'm kind of used to being around dangerous objects. And but you know, I've been cut a few times, so it's kind of like you start to wisen up. You get cut enough, but look, you just can't help it. It comes with the territory, you know. But it's just like you know, you'll probably survive. You know what I'm saying? You should check out my plant remedies, man, because you can use probably some stuff. You'd stick it directly in the cut. You know, that's why it's good. They overlap and overlay well. The having the bushcrafting, you know what I mean, and the getting cut hazards, and knowing the plant medicines. Because I mean, even at work, man, I've been cut and I had to stuff a plantain up in there or a heel all like directly in a giant gaping cut, and it saved me stitches and I didn't get gangrene. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it hurt like hell, but I lived. I lived. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, man, I'm out of it.